Hello guys, welcome to Synchronist. I'm your host, and in today's video I would like to talk to you more about a Rolex Datejust, which is one of the most iconic pieces of Rolex range of all of the models, in my opinion especially. Recently I had opportunity to test out a newer version of the Rolex Datejust. The version was 41mm, reference 126-300. And the configuration I was trying on was blue button dial with smooth stainless steel bezel and coupled to a Jubilee bracelet. I remember when I was first starting out with watches, I was interested in Rolex Datejust, the classic 16234, the reference with a white gold fluted bezel and Jubilee bracelet and black or white dial. And that watch was so iconic that I've always wanted one. And the problem is that things are changing and the taste of people is just constantly under changes. So more people, they find 36mm Datejust just way too small, and some people say that that's the size for women. So yeah, Rolex came up with a slightly bigger case, which is 41mm, as I mentioned before. And what I can say about this watch, it's very sturdy compared to the older Rolex Datejust. The bracelet feels way more secure and way more sturdy because it's as solid as oyster basically. It's not fiddly. The bracelet doesn't feel flimsy at all. No, it's all up to modern standards of Rolex. Initially I was simply trying to steer away from bigger versions of Datejust because I've always thought that the only right size of Rolex Datejust is just 36mm. But as much as I was going into watches and I was trying on Submariners, Skydwellers and Daytona watches, after a while I just found the 36mm just not enough anymore, and that's where 41mm version comes into play. I'm really surprised how this watch performs on the wrist and the comfort that I get from wearing one on my wrist. And I mean, the bracelet is so seamless and it's so light. The whole watch is light and just comfortable, yet sturdy. And I think when you are just starting out with luxury watches and you want to buy something decent and that would last for a long time and it's still under Rolex warranty, with all honesty, I think Rolex Datejust 41 is the way to go. It's very practical, it's water resistant to around 100 meters, as I believe, due to a crown being screwed in. The blue dial is just amazing. The sunburst on the dial is eye-catching and it changes depending on the shadows and the lighting conditions. I think the current market for Rolex Datejusts is just changing. A few months ago or a few years ago, Datejust 41 was just really underloved and it wasn't as appreciated as it's now being noticed and really respected by people. This watch actually sells for over the retail price. I think the retail price is £5,700, and on a pre-owned market the prices are just oscillating between £6,500, slightly less maybe, but that shows that things are picking up. I do believe that this timepiece is just one of the nicest purchases that you can actually get from Rolex, and if you are just starting out and that is going to be your first watch, then I must say that go for it. This watch is just brilliant. You can choose the dial combinations like black, white, blue and probably rhodium, and also you can choose your bracelet. It can be oyster, classic oyster bracelet, or Jubilee, as the one I'm showing you right now. There are plenty of options when it comes to Datejust. However, the more collectible version is always blue button and Jubilee bracelet. My preference would be, as I said, blue button and Jubilee bracelet. It's really classic combinations that you can get. Recently I've noticed a new updated version of the classic Datejust with 36mm case. It looks nice, however size wise I think I would probably hop on the 41mm instead of 36. That's what I think. However, I am not one to judge. Everyone has its own personal preference. It's really up to your wrist and the size of it and your preference. If you like more modern and up-to-date watches, I would stick to 41mm. If you want something even more classic, then go for 36mm. Regardless of that, Datejust is currently booming. The prices are steadily increasing. So even if you don't care about investment, this would be a good purchase because the watch is just phenomenal. I mean, the finishing on it, polishing, you'll notice the quality of it. It's just gorgeous and it's stunning. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to Seen Through Wrist and stay tuned for more. Thank you. Bye.